Hello, Crossfitters and weightlifters. I'm Jennifer, and welcome to Yoga for Crossfitters. Okay, we're going to focus on all the things that you need to support your mobility and your flexibility in a CrossFit WOD. So I am the yoga instructor for my box, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the yoga moves that we do to try to support shoulder flexibility, hip flexibility, ankle flexibility. Okay, hope you like it. All right, so we're just going to start in mountain pose. So we're just standing with the feet right under the hips, with the toes facing forward. Muscles are engaged in the legs. Yes. Think about your belly button getting stuck to your spine. A nice long torso. Pelvis is neutral. Shoulders are down. And the arms are beside you with the palms facing forward. Good. Feel real strong and steady here. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Good. Have a nice soft bend in your knees. Allow your chest to just rest on your thighs. Grab hold of opposite elbows. And just let it go. Allow the small of your back to become long. Let your shoulders relax. Your head just sink right in that space. Good. Inhale, hands on the shins, extend out your spine, half lift. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Step or hop back into a high plank. Real strong here. Push the earth away with your hands. Actively engage your shoulders, your chest, your belly. Good. Shift your weight a little beyond your shoulders. Let the elbows skim your ribs and come down into chaturanga real slow. Good. Scoop it up. Up dog. So we're flipping our feet, pushing your body up off the mat. A nice stretch in the front of your body. Inhale. Good. Move through plank and to down dog. Yeah. Let your shoulder blades slide down your spine. Think about your heels coming towards the mat. You might not have your heels on the mat yet. That's fine. Just think about sending the energy that way. A nice stretch in the back of the legs. This will help with shoulder flexibility, ankle flexibility. A little stretch for the hamstrings as well. Good. Breathe. Good. On the inhale, drop your knees wide so they're on the edges of the mat. And sink back in that space. Your belly and your chest come down right into that space you created in child's pose. Stretching out those shoulders. Really creep your hands up to get the maximum stretch. Good. Let's bring our hands out to a snatch grip. So a little bit wider and sink into it. Great. Inhale, come on up through tabletop and come to a seated position. Okay. Leaning back, hands on the floor or the mat. and we're stepping our feet just a bit wider than hip distance. We're going to drop both of our knees towards the left. Inhale, they come up, and exhale, they come down towards the right. So we're going to, in this way, build. So first we're just going through this range. Inhaling, knees are up. Exhaling, they come down. But to make a little more of a challenge, release your hands and come into a prayer position and continue with that movement of the knees. So this requires a little bit more core, a little bit more hip flexors. Good. We're going to add on and add on. Good. Well, now we're going to lift our hips up as we bring our knees down. And we're going to add our hands back and the hips come up. As they come up, you're going to feel a stretch in the hip flexors. You're going to feel your glute muscles engage. Good. Come down. Using your hands at first to help you, and come up. And when you come up, really bring the hips as forward as you can. Good. Hip flexibility comes in handy with our squats. Good. One more time on this side with the hands. Good. Now, if you can and if you want to, without the hands, we'll do the same thing. A little bit more core involved, a little bit more glutes. We're warming it up. Good. And one more time. Awesome. Okay, come on down. Great. So bring yourself back on the mat in a tabletop just for a moment and push back into down dog. Good. Inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, bring it into a pigeon. So that means the right knee is near the right wrist, and the right foot is near the left wrist. So we're just sinking back into pigeon, right? So everyone's pigeon looks a little different. It's all good. Okay, maybe you are a little bit more on to your butt cheek. That's fine. But if you want more of a challenge, we're going to just bend our elbows and sink into pigeon for a moment. And breathe into it. Good. Well, we're going to add some movement here to really get deep into our hip joint. So go ahead and sit on your butt cheek if you're not already. And you can either keep your hands on the mat or leave them off for more of a challenge. But we're going to bring this back leg up. So on the inhale, the back leg comes forward and we cross it over. And we're leaning in. So in this way, we're getting our IT band, we're getting our glute muscle, and even deep in the psoas muscle. So bring that leg back. Good. Back into pigeon. And forward again. Good. So with CrossFit, with weightlifting, with running, we get these tightnesses in our hips. So we're not looking to be super rubber bandy. You know, we need some tension in order for our muscles to respond. But we do want to lean into our maximum range of motion. Yeah. Let's do one more on this side. Good. And back. Good. Hands back on the mat. Bring your butt cheek up. Give yourself some space by curling those back toes and lifting up the back knee. And we're just going to pump that knee a couple times. 1, 2, maybe do one more. And 3. Good. Keep it up. And we're going to bring that right leg back into down dog. Inhale, the left leg's going to come up this time. And we're bringing it down into pigeon. Good. You find your pigeon. It could be different. Maybe not as deep into this pose. That's fine. Good. All right, go ahead and lean into it if you want to go further. And breathe. Good. Okay, let's bring the back leg up. And cross. Lean into it. Good. Send that leg back. You could choose to keep your hands on the mat here to help you balance, or you can bring them up off the mat. Good. Send it back. And just notice the difference between the sides, right? I'm definitely tighter on this side. I can feel it. But that's okay. It's just how I'm knitted together. Good. Let's bring that forward. I don't know. Let's do one more, huh? Good. And this practice is good for like an active rest day. You know, you can, let's come on back into downward dog. You can pick and choose some of these movements to do after a WOD or before a WOD to warm up. It's just good to support your work that you do at the gym. All right, inhale, right leg comes up. Let's step it beside our hands. So they're on the outside of the hands. Good, and we're coming into lizard here. But just like with pigeon, we're not just gonna stay in a static pose. So if you lift up that back leg, and we twist into it, let your hip dip. Come into a hip dip. We're going to feel a lot of stretch here in the side. Good. Inhale up, back through pigeon, and go to the other side. And now you're in side pose, Skidasana. Keep the toes pointing up to the sky. Good. Bring your hands back and pivot into lizard again. And dip the hip. Really focusing on hip flexibility here, obviously. Good. Inhale. We come up through and into Skidasana. We'll do it once or twice more. Really dip that hip down. You feel a nice stretch here, right where the IT band connects way down. And through through lizard and skidasana. Good. Okay, back to lizard. Send the leg back, and we're in down dog again. Other side. Left leg comes up. Let's step it right to the outside of the hands. Good. Just for a moment, get your bearings. Good. Make sure the back knee is up, and we're just going to dip into this side. And inhale through pigeon. Sorry, I keep saying pigeon. Through lizard and skidasana on this side. And pivot through lizard and dip the hip. Inhale through lizard and skidasana. Keep the toes up. Great. Let's do one more. Lizard, dip the hip. Lizard, skidasana. Great. Come back to lizard and back to down dog. And sink right into it. Maybe you notice you're a little bit more flexible. Maybe you're a little warmed up. Let's rock our hips to one side and then to another. Keep your hands where they are. You feel that nice stretch in our lat muscles. Good. Nice. Okay, we're bending the knees, but they're not going to touch the ground. So we're pushing the earth away and bend the knees. This is beast pose. Super stretch for the lats. Great for flexibility of the hips. Good. Inhale, coming back to down dog. And exhale, right into beast. Come down as low as you can. Good, straighten out those legs. Such a good hamstring stretch as well. And one more time, into beast. Good, and down dog. Awesome. Let's inchworm ourselves back, our feet back to the hands. And just hang out there for a moment. Sway your torso one side to the next. Get that SI joint, the lower back. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Super slow. One at a time. Awesome. Okay. So let's move into warrior one. So we're just going to step our right leg back. Just step it back. Good. Rotate the right foot so that the pinky edge of your foot is facing the back corner of your mat. So it's just a little rotated. You could drop the heel a little better. Readjust your stance here so you feel nice and strong. Think about where your pelvis is in space. We want the left hip crease to roll back, the right hip crease to come forward. That keeps your pelvis right neutral. Yes. So inhale, the arms come up. And when you exhale, we're thinking about straight down. So we want this energy down, not so much leaning forward. This is warrior one. Feel nice and proud and strong. Shoulders are down. So use these lat muscle to just pull the shoulder down. Yep. Just like that. Warrior one. Warrior two, we open up the arms and look over the fingertips. Again, think about the shoulders. Use the lat muscles to bring them down. Good. This back hand here, my right hand, bring it forward as if you're shooting a bow and arrow, and bring it super close to your arm, to your chest, and pull it back and shoot your arrow up. Yeah. Let's do that again. Reaching forward, pull your arrow, skimming your chest, and shoot it up. Good. Good. Rotate that torso. Grab your hands behind and lean forward. Humble warrior. Good. If you have the flexibility in your shoulders, go ahead and lift up your arms. It's a great challenge. If you don't have the flexibility just yet, you can work on it. Good. And then drop the hands. And we're going to have you square off that back foot and have the right foot meet the left. And we're going to roll up. Good. Inhale up. And hands to prayer. Exhale. Great. Let's do the other side. Okay. So we're just stepping this left leg back. Pinky edge is towards that back corner. Feel nice and strong here, so if you have to move your stance around, go ahead and do it. Think about where that pelvis is. Keep it neutral. Belly tight. Good. Inhale. Arms come up. Feel nice and strong. Warrior one. Again, we're bringing these shoulders down by focusing on the lat muscles. Yep. Plugging the shoulders down, even as we're reaching up. Think about straight down. Really addressing hip flexors here. Good, let's open it up. Warrior two. Looking over those fingertips. Using the lat muscles again, shoulders down. Good, let's pull a bow and arrow. Reaching super close to the arm, across the chest, and shoot your arrow. These poses all work on your balance as well, which, as you know, as a crossfitter, weightlifter, is important. Pull it back and shoot it up. Good. Let's do one more. Pull. And shoot it up. Great. Rotate your torso. Clasp the hands. Come on down, humble warrior. If it's accessible to you, if you have it, go ahead and lift up those hands. Good. All right, bring the hands down onto the mat, and let's bring both of our feet back into down dog. Great. Good. Drop the knees and sit back on your heels. Good. I'm going to turn and face you. Wrists are important too, huh? We just were on them for a while. So, well, when we did our down dogs. So we're just going to straighten out your arm, grab hold of the fingers, and pull them down. While you're here, rotate the forearm and really stretch out those muscles there. Good. Pull the fingers back. Great. Let's do the other side. So we're going to grab those fingers and pull it down. Rotate the forearm. Fingers pull back. Good. Let's rotate out the wrists a little bit. Good. And now we'll move on. So this next move really focuses on core strength. It's all about core strength and balance. So it's a great move to practice. Okay, so we're up high on our knees. Left knee comes out. And this is a challenge for lots of people, even just to stay in this half high kneel position, which if that is a challenge, then that's great. Work on this. But if you want more, bring your arms up and fold the elbows, grabbing hold of the hands behind your head, really bringing those elbows back as far as you can. Good. On an inhale, lengthen out the spine. Good. Exhale. Keep the length in the spine. Good. We're going to twist towards the left as far as you can. And we're going to dip our elbow down. Maybe you come all the way down to the ground. Maybe you don't. That doesn't matter. Here's the challenge. Stay twisted and come up. Good. Unravel. Release the right hand and reach back for the right heel. Leaning back. Good. Bring the hand back to the back of your head. And we'll try that again. So twist, twist, twist toward the left. Nice strong core, challenging balance. And dip. Just as far down as it feels right for you. And up, using your core. Unravel. Release the hand and lean back. Good. And back to center. Good. Both hands in front. And we're just going to scooch that left heel out so we get a nice stretch in the hamstring. And lean right into it. Great. All right, let's switch. So now my right leg is up. Standing up tall, half high kneel. Get your bearings. Bring those hands behind your head. Really externally rotate so that the elbows are coming as far back as they can. Good. And we're going to rotate toward the right this time, as far as you can. And dip down. Come on up while you're still twisted. Unravel. And reach back for the heel. You'll notice I curl my toes when I reach back for my heel. That gives me an extra, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 inches that I don't have to reach for. So you do what works for you. Let's do that again. Twist, twist. And dip. Yeah. It's great for mobility here. Reach it back. Good. Hands beside the feet, the foot. Scooch that foot up a little bit and lean into it. Breathe. Good. Okay. We're going to bring ourselves into a modified toe stand. Why we do this for weightlifters and crossfitters? Because if your feet aren't strong and steady, you're going to fall. So that's my explanation. So we're going to bring our feet together, knees together as much as you can, up super high on those toes, and sit on the heels. Of course, there's variations of this. If this isn't accessible to you, then you could sit on a block. You could bring your feet down a little bit more so it's not so intense. But we have a nice challenge for our balance here. Keep creeping your fingers closer and closer to your body. And when you feel steady, if you feel like doing it, release your hands. And you'll feel all those little balance checks in your toes. That's great. They're getting stronger. Great. And when you're ready, hands go back to the mat. Step your feet out a little bit wider than your hips and come into malasana or yogi squat or garland pose or any of the other dozen names that this position is called. Feet are in 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And the elbows are on the inside of the leg and we're pushing them out. Hands to prayer. Good. Bring the right hand a little beyond where the right knee is and send the left hand up to the sky in this twist. Good. Bring the left hand out a little beyond the left knee and the right hand comes up in a twist. Good. Good. Okay, we're going to scooch those feet back to right under the hips and come right up into Uttanasana or a forward fold. I'm going to turn this way so you can see what we're about to do here. So this is just forward fold, Uttanasana. But if you can, pick up your right foot and slide your right hand under it. It can go up to the wrist. If that's not accessible, just do the fingertips, whatever works. Keep a bend in the knees to allow your hand to be able to reach under your foot, okay? Same thing on the left side. So nice bend in the knees here. This is gorilla pose, and this is so good. Hamstring flexibility. Good. Just breathe into it. Every exhale, try to straighten those legs out. You may not have straight legs during this, that's fine. But just come to wherever your edge is. And this will really address hamstrings and low back. So soften your knees and then try to push them straighter. Soften them and try to push them straighter. Yep. Yep. Good. All right, release them. Just grab hold of your toes, and we're going to come down into that yogi squat kind of variation, and then up. Yep. And we're going to do that again. Down and up. Let's do that one more time. Down. Good. Your hips and your hamstrings are loving this. And then come on down seated. Yeah. Good. Okay, so let's come into half happy baby. This is great for hips as well, especially your glute and where the IT band inserts. Okay, so left leg is long on the mat, right leg is bent. Grab hold of the toes with the right hand. So this left leg, you can have it slightly bent wherever your hip flexors let you put it, okay? All right, so your left arm is counterbalance. Inhale. Exhale. Let it melt out to the side. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, let it melt out to the side. Inhale to center, swap out fingers. So now the left fingers are grabbing hold of the right toes. Right arm is counterbalanced now. And allow that foot to come all the way over. And look over the extended arm. Good, inhale. And release the leg. Let's try the other. So the left knee comes in. Grab hold with the left fingers. Put a bend in that knee. Inhale. And exhale, let it melt out to the side. Inhale, up to center. And exhale, out to the side. Inhale to center, swap out fingers. Left arm is counterbalance. And let that leg go all the way over. Good. Inhale to center and let it go. Great. All right, let's sit up. Okay. One more. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. If you can, touch your shoulders. Keep those elbows pointing up. But come to wherever your level is here. But we're really working those shoulders for cleans. Just breathe. Good. Exhale. Everything comes back out. Parallel. So the right palm faces up, the left one is down. Make fists. Really twist like you're wringing it out, and the opposite direction. All the way to wherever your edge of your range of motion is. And again. And again. Good. Both hands up. And exhale to prayer. God bless all of you. Thank you for picking this video. The channel is called Yoga for You. I hope you like and subscribe it. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, feel free to put that in the comments. Otherwise, have a good workout. See ya.